Dragon Ball Z and Power Rangers are two iconic franchises that help normalize anime and tokusatsu for a Western audience. And today we're looking at two evil, alternate universe counterparts of characters from those franchises. Goku Black, the Supreme Kai of Divine Justice, and Lord Drakkon, the evil alternate timeline version of Tommy Oliver. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their armor, weapons, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant to Universe 10's Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized, above all else, cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity, like some people I know.
Yeah, I know those people too. His heart was clouded. Until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most, it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours. Side note, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction fought, they were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Here was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
So Sammy did what anyone would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku Black.
Please, Goku Black? You couldn't be more creative?
Now, you might be wondering, why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun, would it? Black's got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Rosé? Really? What is he, a suburban wine mom? Watch out before he unlocks Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love! He stole Goku's techniques too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key signature to teleport to their location. He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kinda like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Like the God Split Cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even extend this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the Desert Bandit Yamcha. Wait, what?
And he can make a scythe and slice open space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones. Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his most dastardly weapon isn't a key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there 2 Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which means Black existed before Zamasu came up with the idea. And then they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway, but Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox. The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline. So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time. And another, and another, and another, and another.
Oh god, I hate time travel. Black has crushed Saiyans like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe to become one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno, the Omni King, the most powerful being in all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the universe ended up being destroyed anyway. It's like one big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Tommy Oliver was the new teen on the block in Angel Grove, California, home of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And after moving to Angel Grove, first thing Tommy did was enter a fighting tournament where he fought against the Red Ranger, Jason Lee Scott, who he didn't know was the Red Ranger yet, but still. However, little did Tommy know, someone was watching him from the distance. The evil witch, Rita Repulsa, wanted him to be her evil Green Ranger. And so, she did just that. While Tommy was walking through an alley, he ran into some putties, who he beat the shit out of. Seriously? He should know not to walk in random alleys in cities. I mean, did you see what happened to Batman's parents? Shut up, Boomstick. Fine. Anyways, after kicking some serious putty ass, he was confronted by the evil witch herself, Rita Repulsa.
Chosen you!
After being teleported away to Rita's moon base, Rita got to work at converting Tommy into her evil Green Ranger. After being brainwashed and turned into her evil Green Ranger, Rita gave Tommy one simple mission: to destroy the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And so, he got to work by doing just that. Tommy would sneak into the command center, where he would install a virus on Zordon's robot assistant, Alpha 5. But trust me, he didn't come here to just destroy Alpha 5. Oh no. This is when he was confronted by the leader of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers themselves, Zordon. And being the fuck-ass menace to society that he is, Tommy decided to kill off any connection the Rangers had with that floating head in a bong. However, Tommy's mission wasn't complete, as his next target were, in fact, the Power Rangers themselves, who he absolutely kicked the asses of, proving that Tommy was just vastly superior to every other Ranger in the Mighty Morphin team. Was no stopping this guy, was there? Until, of course, he was eventually stopped. Good guy always has to win. Man. After an insanely close battle with the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, Jason Lee Scott, ultimately Rita's curse was broken when successfully managed to knock Tommy down and destroy the Sword of Darkness. Meaning the evil Green Ranger was no more, and Tommy Oliver became a good guy just like the other Rangers. So Tommy Oliver joined the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, pledging to destroy any evil that comes in his way. And of course, being the absolute badass that he is, Tommy Oliver would get many other Ranger forms after this, and become the greatest hero the Power Rangers universe has ever known. But what if things played out differently? Basically, in this timeline, after being defeated by Jason Lee Scott, instead of joining the Power Rangers, Tommy decided to just simply run off. After running off, he would be confronted by Rita Repulsa once more, who told him stories of a young man named Lord Drakkon. Tommy was intrigued by the stories about Lord Drakkon, deciding to join Rita Repulsa's side once more. After Tommy and Rita teamed up, the two would become an unstoppable duo, successfully taking over the world once and for all. However, that head in a bong wasn't done yet, as Zordon had one final resort by turning Jason Lee Scott into the Mighty Morphin White Ranger. However, Tommy breached the command center during this process, and ultimately, he got parts of the White Ranger powers, turning him into Lord Drakkon pretty much. On that fateful day, Tommy Oliver died, and Lord Drakkon was born. After successfully taking over the world, Rita taught Tommy some of her own spells. However, her betrayal was arising. That's right, Boomstick, as Rita had become a little too trusting of Tommy, which resulted in him ultimately backstabbing her. Essentially, Tommy became so corrupt that he wanted to rule the world by himself, with nobody else ruling the world. He would then gain the loyalty of one of Rita Repulsa's former right-hand man, Finster, who he turned into a cyborg named Finster 5 using Alpha 5's old parts. If you thought Tommy was a giant menace to society as the evil Green Ranger, you haven't seen nothing yet with Lord Drakkon. Now that we got his origin out the way, let's talk about some of his feats. All Ranger powers come from the same place, the morphing grid, meaning all Rangers at least are practically equal in strength, meaning we could very easily scale Lord Drakkon to various other Rangers from various different teams. This means Lord Drakkon is comparable to his alternate universe Goody Two-Shoes self, who could tank an entire fucking island exploding behind him. But if you thought that was the craziest thing we've brought up, we're not even close. This also means he is comparable to Wild Force Red Ranger Cole Evans, who could not just survive being blasted by Serpentera, but actually destroyed Serpentera itself. And for an idea for how powerful Serpentera is, this thing is capable of blowing up planets. And at best was stated to be strong enough to destroy the entire fucking galaxy? Wiz, I think all of our previous Power Ranger episodes might be a little outdated now. You can say that again, Boomstick. But believe it or not, this is still not Lord Drakkon's strongest, as Lord Drakkon is also comparable to the Zeo Rangers, who are stated to be, in canon, the strongest Ranger team of all time. The Zeo Rangers being the strongest Ranger team means they would be superior to Dino Thunder Red Ranger Connor McKnight. And just to remind you, Connor in Triassic mode can create his own entire fucking universe just to beat the shit out of an enemy. Wow, we've really underestimated Power Rangers these past few years, haven't we, Boomstick? That's for sure, Wiz. But, believe it or not, this is still not Lord Drakkon's best. He's also comparable to the Tengas, who can fly from the moon and Earth in just a few seconds, giving him a round massively faster than light speeds. That's right, Boomstick, and with the heart of the Morphing Master, Lord Drakkon is capable of destroying the infinite multiverse, putting him at around complex multiversal level strength. And with Heart of the Morphing Master, he's capable of rewriting timelines and retconning things, basically making him the Dr. Manhattan of the Power Rangers universe. Though obviously not as powerful as Dr. Manhattan, but still. Lord Drakkon is easily one of the most powerful characters in the Power Rangers multiverse, no doubt. Despite all this, Lord Drakkon still isn't perfect, as he does have some weaknesses. As Lord Drakkon has a major superiority complex, is pretty well known to underestimate his foes, personality-wise is very cocky, and he has been caught off guard before. But even with his flaws, you should know never to fuck with Lord Drakkon.
When it's too late, when they're powerless and alone,
They could have been gods.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
That power surge, blatantly calling out a god. You are a foolish, arrogant mortal.
I didn't come here for a conversation. I came here to conquer.
Regretting your decision now? And what do you find so funny?
A god? You're just a fool drowning in delusion.
Arrogant mortal!
Let me show you what a real god is.
What's so funny, mortal? What? This ring will be the only proof you ever existed. Ah! Now you know not to pick on a true god. KO! Wow, Wiz. Just wow. While Goku Black may have seemed to be the stronger of the two on paper, once fully analyzed, this fight was a massive stomp in Lord Drakkon's favor. Now let's break down some of their categories with strength, speed, hacks, arsenal, and experience. Starting off with their strength. Goku Black is obviously superior to Battle of Gods Saga Goku, whose clash with Lord Beerus could shake the entire universe. And while impressive, compared to Lord Drakkon's best feat, is kinda nothing. Yeah, Lord Drakkon at his worst is once again comparable to people on a universal level, and at his best is way higher. And at his strongest could destroy the entire Infinite Power Rangers multiverse. Now you might be asking, but wait a minute. Wouldn't Goku Black's immortality get in the way? Well, actually, no. Lord Drakkon is capable of rewriting timelines, so there's nothing really stopping him from just rewriting the timeline to say Zamasu never existed. That's right, Boomstick. Meaning strength ultimately goes to Lord Drakkon. Okay, but what about speed? While Goku Black is fast enough to keep up with Goku from before he learned Ultra Instinct, who is easily massively faster than light, so is Lord Drakkon. Due to the morphing grid, Lord Drakkon is comparable to other Ranger teams who could fight the Tengas. The same Tengas who we mentioned earlier can fly from the moon and Earth in just a matter of seconds. Meaning both basically tied in speed. Which brings us to our next category, hacks. Don't get us wrong, Zamasu is a very powerful fighter in his own right. However, compared to Lord Drakkon, he really doesn't have any good hacks to compete with Lord Drakkon. Like we mentioned before, Lord Drakkon has some pretty crazy reality warping bullshit hacks that Goku Black pretty much had no counter for. Ultimately meaning, Lord Drakkon ultimately took the edge in hacks. But ultimately, we still have 2 more categories left, like Arsenal. While Zamasu definitely had a decent arsenal with all of his different plasma weapons, ultimately his variety just pales in comparison to Lord Drakkon. Lord Drakkon definitely had the better weapons, like the Dragon Dagger or his version of Saba. And the Heart of the Morphing Master, which easily was superior to anything Goku Black ever had. Arsenal ultimately goes to Lord Drakkon. However, if there's at least one category Goku Black is superior to Lord Drakkon in, don't get us wrong, Tommy definitely is no pushover and has been conquesting for many, many years. But compared to Zamasu, who's lived for hundreds to thousands of years and has been fighting for so long, it's definitely safe to say he was far more experienced than Tommy ever was. However, experience really doesn't matter when your opponent is just that much superior to you. But still, Zamasu ultimately took experience. Ultimately, while Goku Black was a powerful foe, Lord Drakkon's superior strength, hacks, and arsenal edged him out the win. I guess you could say Goku Black just couldn't Drakkon through this fight. The winner is Lord Drakkon.